Check 1, 2. What I gotta do to get it through
Check 1, 2.
the
Check 1, 2. Yeah, I'm coming through.
What is up, you guys?
Welcome to the CoJo Show.
I'm your host, Coby James.
And I'm your more Kalo-friendly host, Joseph O'Brien.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm Caleb-friendly as well. But Caleb! no, we started a podcast.
We started.
There's the intro.
Well, I thought we're talking music. Don't we say we talk music and we talk life? Or is that later? Yeah, we're like, let's talk music and let's talk life.
Let's talk music.
And let's talk life.
We started a podcast. Yes, we did now. We started a podcast. It's the CoJo Show.
Yo, Joseph, did we make a podcast?
I guess we did.
Do you think anybody's gonna listen?
Yeah, absolutely not.
CoJo.
Welcome to a roadshow episode. Today is episode 21. Oh,
We've been doing. Did you just space out for a second?
No, I'm just like, I
like-
felt that 21. You know what I'm saying? We're tired, bro. Are you tired?
I feel actually pretty good. I got some good sleep last night.
I got good sleep too.
You had 2 cups of coffee already.
I know. I've been trying to get out of this funk.
Oh, okay.
I slept good. I feel like I'm in a funk.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man.
We'll get you out of it.
We'll get me out of it. We're in Charlotte today, Charlotte, North Carolina. I grew up outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. So my family's coming. Your family's coming.
Yeah, my parents are coming.
Lynchburg.
Mhm.
So they're not too far from both of them. And so it's going to be a good night. Worlds colliding.
Yep.
Parents are meeting. So
I hope, yeah. Well, we got to get them to meet somehow.
Do we?
Are your parents coming early?
they're coming like 5.
Oh, okay. My parents coming like 6:30.
Okay.
So they're going to,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Well, Chloe's boyfriend's family, or
Chloe has a boyfriend?
well, guy who likes her that I want her to date.
Oh, okay.
He's awesome.
Okay.
No, but
How old is she?
she'll be 16 in June.
Okay.
So like, she's like they're taking it really slow, actually, in a good way. Like
That's
they're
probably a
they're
good
like they're
thing.
like just friends. They like each other, but they're just friends. Like they've been really good about it. And
Yeah.
so, obviously I don't want them to go faster than they should. But he's a really good kid. So
You don't want them to get married at 17?
nope. No, but his family's coming, his parents are coming, and they're really great. So
Okay, great.
It'll be a fun night. But yeah, man. Well, want to hop into life updates?
Updates on life.
All right, Joseph, what's been going on in your life? Oh, gross. I'm
all right.
sorry for that mouth warning.
So
Ew.
my life updates are, I've been doing this thing on Instagram, which is great, actually. We're talking about social media today.
It is.
I'm doing this thing, song a day.
Oh.
What happened? Oh, was that coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Keep talking. I'm going to try to wipe mine off.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, so I'm doing this thing on Instagram called Song a Day where today is day, blah, 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 of writing a Christian song every day. I did,
He does them all in one day.
I have to batch create the content because we're on the road, so I can't actually do it every day. Not to mention, at some point when I run out of songs, having to write a song a day, there's no way.
Just be honest with us.
I think I'm gonna try it for a little bit, but if it's overwhelming, I just can't do it to myself. I think I want to write a song about the Enneagram as a Christian or something like that, or
Cool song.
or drop it I don't know. We'll see. Lots to figure out, but that's what I've been doing mostly. And then we've just been on the road traveling, and
Yeah.
it's actually been really fun.
It's been a lot of fun, man. I've been doing some content too, not as hardcore as Joseph, obviously, but mine has been a little less, but it's been fun. And my first one got good engagement.
I was gonna say it was kind of cool that both of our first ones
I know. I was like, let's go.
Yeah,
And then they
it's-
all tanked after that.
Yeah.
It was awesome. No, but
I'm believing for it. I'm believing
Hey,
for
we're
it.
believing for it. But no,
Yeah.
it was a good start. I was like, man, maybe I don't need Joseph anymore. I'm obviously kidding. No, but it was cool. It was the song I did kind of about Steven Curtis or sampling Steven. So that was a fun vibe. And so, yeah, man, we'll see. Content's just been hard. I think it's actually really poetic that we're going to talk about that in Deep Dives today's content because it's just been a lot being on the road, I thought we'd get more done than we are, but it's just really hard with our setup.
Yeah.
It's just hard. We don't have a great setup. And so, yeah. And then running CoJo and then also running our own Instagram accounts is it's a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's somebody asked in our Q&A today, they're like, would you want TikTok to get banned? How do you feel about that? And I was like, yes.
Oh, you want it to get
I
banned?
would love for it to get banned.
I think I'm just I wouldn't care either way.
I would love it so much. It would
I
level
don't-
the playing field.
Maybe. I mean, dude, but TikTok is like kind of known bursting, like what? Exposing new artists.
I know, and I'm over it.
I feel like more
'cause
than
TikTok
Instagram
doesn't do well for me, so
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I had a little bit of success on
You did,
TikTok.
you did.
I enjoy it.
I hate it, bro.
Because it's different. Like it's harder, I feel like, to break out as an artist on TikTok as much as it is like comedy content does really well on TikTok. So not feeling the pressure to do that stuff is actually great. Because I feel that. Like I feel like on TikTok I have to be this like funny, like, you know, like, oh, I'm doing this dumb stuff, you know. So yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind one less social media platform to manage.
Yeah, no, it's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it make just everything that we do a little easier. But
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up with TikTok, Instagram, MySpace, all of it. You know, it's hard.
MySpace, Twitter,
GodTube, bro.
People actually use Twitter. GodTube? What is that?
It's YouTube, but GodTube.
Is that a real thing?
It's a real thing.
No.
Dude, I grew up on GodTube.
That's a real thing?
It's a real thing, man. Did you ever have Safe Eyes on your computer as a kid?
What is that?
Safe Eyes is like a website blocker. Like your kids do it to
Oh,
monitor
yeah. Oh,
what
yeah.
your kids look at.
Totally. I
we
mean,
couldn't do
yeah.
YouTube. It was like blocked. We could only do GodTube.
For real?
Yeah, dude, we were sheltered. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
sheltered big time.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, you learn something new every day. Well, what segment do we hop into next?
Is someone trying to come in? They
Hey,
can
someone wanna come in?
Anyone coming in?
No, they're good. Let's
No,
hop
okay.
into the next segment.
Hey, what's up, Jordan? Hey, come
Hey,
on,
you're good.
Jordan. Do
Come
you want to
through,
come say
come
hi to the
through.
podcast?
Hey, podcast.
Hey!
All right, well, let's hop into the next segment, which is...
Which I think we're going to go into Q&A.
I like it.
Q&A, Q&A, it's time for Q&A.
So today in Q&A, we posted an Instagram story. We got your feedback on some great questions.
And
so
some possible deep dives. Oh, wait, no, we already got the deep dive.
we do.
We're
I
good.
got one, yeah.
Yeah.
From them.
Yeah.
And so, so let's just dig into some of these questions.
Okay.
We'll edit out the ones that we don't answer. What denom are we?
Oh, gosh. Probably just like maybe a little bit of Baptist. Probably more non-denom, though.
Yeah, I'm probably the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems pretty easy. I grew up Presbyterian, though. And you grew up
Baptist.
Yeah.
But like chill Baptist, if that makes sense.
chill Baptist.
There's a difference. What advice would you give a musician who's burnt out? Bro, if you
you
find
go for
out,
it.
let me know, because we in it right now, brother.
I mean, I feel like we just both discovered new life with this CoJo thing, though.
We did.
I was burnout.
Oh, I'm so
like burnout with content creation. I'm never gonna be burnout making music. I feel like because there's always new things you can do. Like
I get burnt out making radio. So
Oh, sure.
Like
Yeah.
I could always go make a song, but I struggle with like, why even try?
Yeah.
Like it's worthless. Cause like if I make a cool song, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I struggle with that. So like, and I know you don't as much. You definitely are like, you just love writing. I love
Well,
it
yeah,
too.
well, I just don't write for radio. So like
I know.
I'm already burnt out for writing radio, and I only
I
tried
know.
like 5 times.
I know, dude.
So,
It's such a battle. And like, yeah, I get burnt out just writing for radio. But like, I think the best thing you can do is try to find something else to pour into, like a new thing in music in that area. Pour into something else, like we have for CoJo, and let it spark you in other ways. You know,
Yeah.
That's the only thing I got.
no, I think that's good. I mean, yeah, even like listening to different genres of music
Yeah.
helps, and I don't know.
That always helps me. Is like,
Switch up the instrument you use when you're writing. You know,
That's
those
a-
are like practical things.
That's another really good one.
So, yeah.
Um,
I think you just got to switch it up. Like whatever you're doing that's burning you out, do something different.
Yeah.
Then come back to it later.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, how well do you feel the church handles singleness? What could we do better?
Is it a hot take if I say I feel like I grew up in a church where it was handled well?
Yeah,
But-
I don't know. I haven't experienced it poorly. I mean,
Yeah.
for me, like, what does that mean? You know, handling singleness
Probably like
poorly.
purity culture. Like I was
Oh, well, I mean, there is some validity in a lot of that. You know, don't have sex before marriage. I don't know. Like, it can be toxic. I'm sure there's churches that can be toxic about it.
Yeah, I think it depends on the church you go to. Like we grew up, this is probably not a denomination thing, but we went to a charismatic church where like girls and guys sat on opposite sides. It was very much like you can't be in the same area as another
Really?
girl, like or you can't be friends with a girl.
Well, see, that's nuts, dude.
Yeah, like that's not good. But I don't know, man. Like, what's the church on singleness? I think my hot take is that I actually think it's okay for people to be like, hey, you should get married. See, I think there's like this new trend going around, like be content in your singleness. It's like, yeah, you do need to be content in your relationship
Until
with
you
the
find the
Lord.
person.
But it's like you shouldn't also let that like cause you to just like push away like the idea of dating, or like, you know, like I don't want to date because I don't know, man. It's
Embrace your
weird.
singleness when it's here, but then if an opportunity presents itself
Yeah.
to not be single, take it.
Yeah,
Like-
should be open.
Like, why not?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's good to procreate.
it is good to make babies.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I guess we're overpopulated, so maybe stop making babies.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Are we overpopulated?
I don't know, dude. Favorite droid in Star Wars?
It's got to be R2D2.
It's a good one.
I mean,
He's a poster boy, man.
3PO's cool.
I like IG-11. He's
that?
He's a Mando. He's like in this first season.
Oh, I don't think I remember him.
He was like the dope assassin droid that was hired to kill Grogu,
Oh, yeah.
and then he like became a good guy.
Okay.
He's
Yeah, I think
kinda
I remember
cool.
that.
You know, he was cool.
Oh, BB-8's cute.
BB-8's cute.
BB-8's really adorable.
it's actually-
He's probably got too much personality, though.
It's like too much for a droid.
Yeah.
You're like, hey man, like you're not a person. Stop.
But when he did the lighter thing, that was one of my favorite
it
things.
was really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay. Owl City's new album.
Oh, someone
Dude,
put that.
It's so bad.
Well, I haven't. It hasn't come out yet.
Is it not out?
It
Well,
comes out, I think, tonight. What I've heard
I
so
listened
far,
to it.
I'm actually not a fan
I
of.
listened to a single. Whatever
Yeah.
the single was, dude, I'm talking atrocity. Like the C. It was talking about C. What was it?
It was.
Um,
I can't remember.
C-
Vitamin C.
Oh, dude, it was so bad. I was at a coffee shop and I was like, vitamin C. I need to go to the beach. I was like, this is so bad.
I'm hopeful that there's some on it that I'll like, but
Garbage.
I don't know. Nothing's been as good as Ocean Eyes, but yeah.
Nothing's as
It,
good
it
as.
actually pains me.
It's
It
always
hurts
a
me.
good time, bro. That was
Dude, that was a good song. It was really good.
Oh,
Yeah, whatever happened to that, man?
yeah. Every youth camp ever, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
Good morning and good night.
Wake up at
Okay. Thoughts on long distance relationships? Some people won't even consider it.
If it's the right person, I'd
If
consider
it's the right
it.
person, doesn't matter how far that is. I
Yeah.
will say though, like how long you have to be long distance can make it much more difficult. Like
Yeah.
I think if you're both in the mindset of like getting married, like you're gonna try to end that long distance phase as soon as possible. So I've never been of the mindset of like you're dating someone that you're gonna marry, and then you're like, hey, I'm gonna go to college 12 hours away. I'm always like, what? Like that doesn't make sense to me because it just feels like super like your priorities aren't aligned. But it's different for everybody. I can also see how it could make sense for some people too.
Yeah.
But just for me personally, if I want to like when Ashlyn and me were long distance, her goal was to get back to Nashville so we could like pursue like getting married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I think that's the best way to do it is like if you're doing long distance, it's not to just do long distance, it's to like get back together
Yeah.
in the same city at some point.
Yeah, I think it probably'd have to be a special relationship for it to work long distance.
Yeah,
like
man.
you'd have to know like pretty early on like this is something mega special. I think if you're kind of like trying to figure out the person and then it goes long distance,
no.
it's not gonna work.
I would have been long distance forever if I had to wait for Ashlyn. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't have mattered.
Aw,
It
that's
wouldn't-
adorable.
Wouldn't have mattered. Okay, coffee order.
Oh, chai tea latte.
Yeah, man.
Iced chai
You had
latte.
a trash chai today, dude.
It wasn't great.
It was like somebody like poured some milk in your water.
It was milk. Like it was just milk with a little bit of
It was
sugar.
bad. I just do like a pour over or like a drip coffee.
Yeah.
Any more? Want to do any more?
Oh yeah, keep going.
I got
Why
a
not?
bunch. What has been your favorite city so far?
I'd say this one.
This is a good city.
Like the venue, no. Like
No, the venue's real
the
bad.
last venue we went to was the best.
or
I can't remember what-
Wisconsin's. Dude, Wisconsin's?
Oh, Wisconsin's was cool.
Pats?
It was like closer, but like it went higher. It was pretty dope.
It's beautiful with the
It
red.
was that one. Yeah, was it red?
It was red.
Yeah, it
dude.
was close up
And that
too.
city was really good. Actually, we had a
Yeah.
fun time in that city.
Was the Wisconsin one red? I thought it was the Minnesota one that was red.
There was two red ones.
Yeah, there was.
There
The
was.
Minnesota and the one after, which is Iowa, Cedar Rapids.
I'm pretty.
I think the Wisconsin one was something
Wisconsin
different.
was like gold and red, so it was like maybe more gold.
Maybe. Ah man, I don't
I'm
remember.
remembering red, but I might be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, we could look it up.
We look it up. No, but that was. I remember Wisconsin was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun in Wisconsin.
That was the tightest night.
It was the tightest night, and then we all went out and like celebrated and just like hung out afterwards. It was a fun night. So
Yeah, it was a good night.
I don't know. I think that was a good one, and then Charlotte was good. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Nothing,
okay.
man.
Let me look for the next question.
Oh, who is it? Who is it?
Hey!
Oh! We're just filming a podcast. You can come through.
Come on in.
It's apparently
Here, do you wanna-
it's a bus takeover for the CoJo show.
We are.
Hey, man. Hello.
Say hi.
Hello. Be on the CoJo show.
Come on, man. We're trying to get you on an episode, man. We'll get you on one at some point. Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Let's just do a whole deep dive
Hello,
right
everyone.
Wait, what's
Hey,
a question
good
on
to
there we
see
can
you.
ask him?
now. Let's see here. What's your favorite city so far on the tour?
Um,
Fort Wayne.
Wait, was that the one where you
My wife is
rapped?
being
Yeah.
really funny. That's where Mary Beth Chapman made her rap appearance on
my
this tour,
gosh.
which that'll probably be the only one.
That was the
Forever.
craziest save of all time.
It was.
You know, Charlotte's pretty epic so far because
It's
that's
good.
where we are.
It's good.
Yeah.
Charlotte's been nice.
They've all been great. They're all special. I don't want anybody to feel left out. If you
yeah.
win one, then the
true.
other
That's
cities
true.
go.
We were just
what
talking
was
about
wrong with us? What is,
That's
you know?
fair. We were saying Wisconsin was pretty good.
just because
we
the
liked-
crowd was so hype.
Oh, gosh.
yeah.
That was a good night.
Milwaukee, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
It was a good
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good on you, Wisconsin.
Hey.
Everybody else, you're good too.
You guys are
We
the
love you
best,
all.
all of you. All of you. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
on the camera.
you're in
We
there.
see you right there.
Yeah, we see
y'all
you.
can take your time.
Yeah,
Y'all take your
go
time.
for it.
Y'all
Sorry,
take your
no,
time
you're
in here.
good.
We're just hanging. We can even pause it if we need to right now. Thoughts on the new Netflix Narnia news? There was that.
Are they making a new Netflix?
They're doing like a Narnia series.
I hope it's good.
It's probably going to be bad. So that's just my opinion.
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't think so?
Well, because I just feel like anytime people are taking those like old beloved things and then they just like change them and make them more like, I don't know, modern and try
Yeah.
to like insert agendas
It,
into them.
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that's my hot take. But let's hop into the next segment.
Okay, cool. What's the next segment? Oh, drafts and laughs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, a message from our sponsors.
Crossover Cups Missions is an amazing organization that serves to help people across the globe. They do amazing work in the Dominican Republic and Africa, amongst other places. They help kids learn a trade so they can provide for their family and themselves, and it all starts with Jesus at its core. I had the privilege of going to the Dominican Republic this last year, and it was an amazing experience. And if you are interested in having an experience like that or helping the cause, visit their website down in the description below.
Joseph here. This episode is brought to you by NRT, which stands for New Release Today, and New Release Today exists to inform, encourage, and inspire others through the arts, the gospel message, and ministries of Christian artists all over the world, including Coby and I. So if you want to keep up with what's happening in CCM, go to newreleasetoday.com. And we want to just take a moment to thank our subscribers, people who like our videos. Keep doing that. We appreciate you. And let's continue on with the show.
Yeah. Alrighty. Drafts and laughs. It doesn't have anything to do with drinking, although we'll never tell.
No, what? We will tell. It's a liquid death, sparkling water.
It's sparkling. Joseph's like, it's sparkling water.
Leia, please. Caleb's watching right now.
No, it's sparkling water. We're joking. These are jokes. Edit it out. Edit it out. So today's draft pick is going to be.
got it.
Let's structure this like we're.
Yeah, I
We're
was
doing
like,
them.
I need to get away so you can't see my picks here. So yeah, we're doing top Christian songs of all time, which is kind of hard to pinpoint. I guess we could have done worship and
No,
Christian,
we got
but whatever.
This. We got
but
this.
this just includes anything that's under the CCM genre, any CCM artist.
Who goes first?
You go first.
All
How
right.
about that?
I'm gonna go ahead and take. I can only imagine for my first.
Oh
draft
my
pick.
gosh.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. It's a legendary song. Makes you. It's somewhere over the rainbow for Christians. You know, we're thinking about heaven. It's amazing. Well written, well crafted. Massive song on the charts. I can only imagine.
Yeah, he's the overdog for sure. Is that what you call?
Overdog?
Yeah, overdog.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then that brings me to I think the obvious pick for the next one, which is
Daggum.
"You Say" by Lord
Daggum, brother. Daggum, brother.
I think it's the most streamed song ever, like of a Christian artist.
It's pretty big.
yeah.
It's pretty big.
So I think it's a solid
Game
pick.
respects game, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and say we took an L on that one, losing. You say. For the next one, we're gonna have to go ahead and take. It's a little bit of a obvious pick, The Great Adventure, just because.
Really?
Just because. Your boy is a Steven Curtis fanatic, and also your boy sampled the song. Check out my Instagram, and
I feel some slight bias here.
it's slight
really
bias.
good.
It was number one. It was a big song, and it's one of my
Okay.
faves, and it inspires me to keep going.
I wish Steven was here to witness that one.
I would never say that in front of him. I would never say that. I'd be like, I mean, it's cool, you know.
You see, okay, I was gonna pick one of them. Yeah. Hey, it might be theologically a little stretchy,
Oh Lord.
but we're gonna go with "Reckless Love"
Dang it!
on
That
number
was
two.
on mine. Dang it!
It's probably one of the most melodically pleasing songs
That's
I've
a
ever
hand
listened to.
lifter.
But it's
It's a hand lifter.
And hey, if it was called anything else, some people are like, "Yo, what if it was called like Steadfast?" Because then it would just be a little bit more biblically accurate.
That doesn't sing well.
It's not gonna have the same shock effect that "Reckless Love" does. So, and dude, Corey Asbury, have you seen his Instagram or his TikTok?
Dude's
he
nuts.
doesn't care.
Dude doesn't give a crap.
He does not care.
Dude doesn't give a crap, bro.
It makes a lot more sense now that I've seen him.
I know.
All right, you're up next.
Gonna go ahead and take a recent absolute banger.
Okay.
Waymaker. Had to do it. A
Oh.
little bit worship. Little Michael W. Never
Which
hurts
version,
nobody.
though?
The Michael W. Smith version.
Okay. Not the CeCe Winans version or the
I like all of them.
Leland version.
I like
or-
Leland a lot. Leland's
Okay.
version's really good.
How many versions are there?
Just the song in general is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like the song. I think the song is great. I love leading that song in worship. It's a fun one. Absolute banger of a worship tune. We haven't gotten a classic like that since Oceans. What's your next pick?
Oceans.
Dang it!
You said Oceans, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what my
Dang.
next pick is. I
Brother.
mean, dude, that's the second most streamed song in the history of Christian music.
I believe it.
So at this point, I've got the first and second.
Man,
So
Taya-
I'm
Taya.
feeling quite on cloud 9 right now.
Taya for the win. Good grief. Well, then, you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to go ahead and take an absolute pop banger of a number one, God Only Knows by Freaking Country.
Ooh.
See, it's fresh, it's new, it's
Yeah.
not legacy, but it will be. And that's
Yeah.
what I think is Drafts is all about. You know
Bro,
what I'm
there's
saying?
also like 13 versions of that song.
I know, and all of them hit just as hard as the last. And so God Only Knows, absolute banger, Freaking Country. I mean, take any of their songs, it's a win.
Yeah.
Just don't pick together. What's your next pick?
My next pick is God's Not Dead.
Oh, I have fumbled the bag
Look,
hard.
hey, it's music, but it's also a movie. You get the double feature there. And I mean, I still hear it on Christian radio every time I turn it on without fail.
I just fumbled the bag so hard.
I'm going all worship. It feels like with this one.
All right.
What's
Is
your
this
pick?
is this our last pick?
Yeah, this is your last pick.
How great is our God?
Oh,
Name above.
That is really good.
all names.
I
you
can't believe I
just
missed that one.
lost the game.
you just what?
I know. Sorry.
Dude, come on, man.
You lost the game. No, but seriously, How Great Is Our God? An absolute banger of a song. I think that is, dare I say, one of the biggest Christian songs of all time as well.
Yeah.
With mass appeal in worship services. I don't think there's a Christian in this world that hasn't heard of that song.
That's true.
And so
I learned that in Spanish, right?
And I would also like to say, if I had a sixth pick, it would be Good Good Father, which I feel as though you're gonna pick next.
No, cuán grande es Dios, cántale, cuán grande
Are
es
you doing it in a
Dios.
different language?
Yeah, I learned it in Spanish.
No. What's your next pick?
No, I know my next pick is what was my next pick?
I'll never tell.
Give me a second. Oh, yeah. So this song, there are some Baptist churches who still think that this is the new and hip song. This is Amazing Grace by Phil Wickham.
Oh my gosh.
This
is amazing.
Dude, Phil Wickham is the guy who creates every single opening song ever
Good
at
morning,
any church. You know,
Everybody stand up. Let's worship our
who
God.
breaks the power of sin and darkness? They get off the tracks.
Yeah, dude. I hear all the bad worship teams saying it. Shadow is power.
Oh, my
the
word.
King of glory.
Just spit
the
everywhere.
King above all kings.
Yep, that's it. Without fail. There was one church I actually went to that Come to the Altar had been out for 5 years. And some of the congregants were like, oh my gosh, have you heard that new song by Elevation?
Oh my
Come to the
gosh.
Altar. Dude, some churches, man, they're behind.
My bench warmer pick is Glorious Day.
Oh, dude. Oh, I love Glorious Day.
Yeah.
I still have not gotten sick of that song.
It's a great song.
It is really good.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
All right, hey, well, that was Drafts and Laughs.
That was
Hope you guys
Drafts and
enjoyed that new
Laughs.
segment. Give us some ideas
No
of
alcohol
drafts.
required.
Yeah. Give us some ideas for drafts in the comments so that we can do them in the future.
Future.
And we'll catch you on the next segment. We're going to deep dives. Deep.
All right, so today's deep dive is social media and the effects on us. This was written in by a CoJoer, and I think it's a great question.
I thought we already did social media for one of our episodes.
Have we?
I think we did,
Oh my gosh.
but I it's fine. We can retackle it. We could talk about different things like dating, how social media has affected it. I don't know, man.
Sure. I like that.
Let's do all of it.
All right, well, if we've done social media before, suck it up because social media is a big topic.
Let's do social media with the 3 aspects of life: exercise, relationships, and work.
Okay.
Well, because then we can hit even different sections. No, it's okay.
No, I
It's a
should-
stupid idea.
No, I loved that, Joseph. I loved it so much I just couldn't even compute how much I
I know.
loved it.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
well, so
okay.
exercise.
Like fitness. Like social media, I feel mad insecure sometimes because I'm like, what do girls want? And then you look and all these gym buffs, man.
I see what you're saying. Well,
Yeah.
then, yeah, let's dive into that. 'Cause good Lord. Talk about me feeling not freaking good enough for anybody. I mean, here's the thing, man. I just think that, we get to see, the issue is you get to see that 2% that exists in the world all over the place on social media.
Yeah.
Most guys aren't jacked out of their minds, dude. They're just not, I like to think of ourselves as, we're fit young men. We're physical.
We're physical.
But like, we're not yoked, and like we both know it, and that can be hard sometimes to see what like other guys look like. You're like, man, well, am I good enough?
Yeah.
Am I strong enough?
Am I equally yoked?
We're not spiritually. No, I don't know.
Spiritually shredded.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's really hard for me. I really struggle with like just like feeling skinny in high school. Like that was really tough for me. I've definitely gotten better just being like a quote unquote adult. Like, I feel much more confident in myself. But like in high school, I was just super just like insecure about like my like size. Like I wouldn't wear t-shirts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear t-shirts on stage because I just felt so like small. And so, yeah, it just like social media was a big player in that.
Yeah. I know, I'd relate. I feel like, especially with like girls, it's like you're like, oh, I wonder if I can get the girl that I not envision myself with, but like I wonder if there's going to be girls that I like that turn me down just because I don't have like a square jawline.
I'm not the football player.
Yeah, exactly. So I still struggle with that even now because, you have a girlfriend. So obviously.
It doesn't go away.
Okay, well, that's good.
I mean, it's not like, I'm like, hey, man, like maybe she wishes that she was with somebody bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, maybe she... those thoughts are still always going to be there a little bit, especially just in this day and age.
Yeah.
And it sucks, but like, you just got to know that like, that's not what real love is anyways.
Yeah, it's true.
We
were just talking about that with Paul, right?
We were.
He was like, you want to just be with someone that you just want to genuinely spend time with. And like, their beauty's going to like kind of be in and out sometimes. They're not always going to look up to par, but you just got to love them. I mean, you love them through that.
Absolutely.
So.
People gain weight. We're going to gain weight. Everybody fluctuates and just like, how they look in life, and like that, it is so small when it comes down to the big picture of what life is, and then finding a partner. It's like, man, like it's just about like loving that person and just being like their best friend.
Yeah,
but we can get caught up in the little things.
Yeah, I mean that ties. I mean, we're literally talking about dating at this point. I mean, I feel like the exercise and dating one kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, social media dating. Yeah, I feel like they're very close. But like, so let's hop into the next one then.
Yeah,
dating. I mean, I feel like we both have probably different like experiences with social media and dating, but like,
well, it's funny because you met your girlfriend or Ashlyn over social media.
I was about to say like it was the reason why I'm together with her. So it's kind of like, there is so many benefits to social media.
I'm sorry,
that was
really.
I thought you were doing it on purpose.
No, I wasn't. I was literally trying
comedically loud. But like I owe my relationship to social media. I mean, I really owe it to the Lord, but social media is what kind of was the vessel to meet her. So in a lot of ways, that's really, really amazing and such a benefit to having social media is that like without it, I would have never met her, and that's crazy. And so, but this also makes it harder because now everybody's at your disposal, like to talk to and get to know. It's like
so true.
It's everybody.
Also, the stalking thing I think is like very unhelpful.
Not fair.
No, like
you shouldn't know what I look like in
I mean, again,
fourth grade.
Because so I had a girl that I had a crush on in college that I stalked for like 4 or 5 months. Like I would just like consistent. I know it's kind of creepy. I'm saying this, but like you're just like you start building this image of what they're gonna be in your head. And then you meet them and they're like nothing like it.
Mid.
And and I think that's the danger with social media is like it's so easy and accessible that you like someone and then you consistently check their page and their stories and you're like, oh, like they're perfect for me. And then you meet them in person just to like either not, I don't know. It's just you. And then you can like make them out to be your girlfriend before you even like ask them to be your girlfriend. I don't know. It's weird, bro. Social media, I think, is very unhelpful in that aspect.
But I will say that is part of what's nice about Instagram being less about pictures now. It's less about like showing your life, which is kind of nice. I feel like for a while there, it was just all about like showing what you're doing and where you're at in your life and stuff. Now it's like content, like
That's
what's
true.
Comedic, what is like, it isn't really about like, hey, look at, I mean, some of it is, but like, it's less about like, oh my gosh, look at this car I just bought, or look at this thing that I just like. It's a little less of that.
Yeah.
And I will say I've appreciated that, but Reels and TikToks bring their own form of, hardships and things that you have to work through. It's like just different,
Mm-hmm.
But it's less of an insider look maybe on your life.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does like dating apps count as social media though?
I would
or
say
are we just
probably.
talking strictly like
well, maybe
Instagram?
dating apps is like its own deep dive.
Yeah, it's probably.
Probably.
I think we talked a little bit about
We've
dating.
mentioned it.
Yeah.
Well, what's the next one?
Work. So in our case, like content creation.
Literally vital. Like literally like gave us a somewhat of a
We wouldn't be on this
career.
tour if it wasn't because of social media.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, we wouldn't have people coming to the shows and bringing us amazing, fancy little gifts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like when we really break it down, like you guys are only watching us and like care about us because social media exists. So
Yeah.
for all the bad that comes with it, there's some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like you guys are awesome.
Mm.
Joseph didn't say so, but
No,
I do.
no,
I do.
they
No,
are.
No, it's fine.
No,
fine.
that's like
Team Red,
I
baby,
was
come on.
I was just agreeing. It's like, yeah. I mean, the element of like comparison is the only negative thing I can think of. Like it sometimes can be hard to rejoice for your people, like even brothers and sisters,
Dude,
like in the Lord.
It's hard.
Yeah,
man.
when you're like, dang, I want that same level of success.
I don't even want to be happy for you sometimes. I'm like, I'll see you have a good video. I'm like, no, I'm just teasing.
No, I get it, bro.
But like a little bit.
Well, I remember when your first video was popping off. I was like, freaking dang it.
I'm a little more like, yeah, I'd be open about it with you. I'd be like, man, it sucks because, we both want to do well and whatever.
Yeah.
But with, like other people, I'm like, you're doing so great.
Yeah.
Aw. I'm so happy for you. Yeah.
That's a tendency, like, to be like, be happy for them in front of them, but then you get with a friend, after, and you're like, their content's trash.
Sometimes
man.
somebody will pop off me and just be like, they suck, right? Dude, they're the worst, right? But they're actually really good. We just are like,
You just get bitter, man. Yeah, because you want the same. Yeah, it's just we're selfish, man.
We are.
We're
Me and you are so selfish,
dude.
bro.
The selfishness, like, I feel like it's super exposed because of social media.
It is.
Because you start to forget that it's ministry.
It's just hard. We pour a lot into content, and so everybody does. Everybody does. And so it's like, man, if something works or doesn't work, it's like either instantly gratifying or instantly, depressing.
Yeah.
It's just hard. But, that's social media, and it's
Yeah.
the life we live. And I do think social media has also brought in like a heaping ton of depression into the world. And I think that's been really hard. Like,
Yeah.
but it's much of like more crap to work through. Like we've already, as humans, are so complex and have enough going on in our heads.
Yeah.
But now we have these like crazy little pockets to the world. And so it's a little like, man, I think that's been super negative. And honestly, we won't know the effects of it. Like when we're 50, 60 years old, I wonder what kind of studies we're going to see about how social media affected us, because really we're the first generation that's like grown up with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess social media kind of became a thing around like the time we were in like middle school, high school,
Yeah.
and that's like, that was it, man. And
Yeah,
so
I remember getting Instagram. Like, there wasn't even videos. It was all pictures.
pictures.
Crazy, bro.
And so like we hit it.
Oh, we had Vine though.
We had Vine.
Vine was a big deal.
Vine was actually fun though.
Yeah.
So anyways, we'll see, man. But social media is crazy.
What's the before we finish? What's one thing about social media as a whole that you feel like ministry wise you find to be a positive thing? Like what's one way that I'm trying to think of like just a holistically good thing about social media that you feel like Jesus can use?
I think Jesus can use anybody who's trying to glorify him. I think and he can use people who even necessarily aren't doing it for all the right reasons. He can still work through them, obviously. But I think it's really hard to make content that's genuine a lot of the time because you're trying to get engagement. So it's always a little bit falsified. Like it's always a little bit, crafted and less authentic. But I think Jesus still can work through that. And I like to think that he uses us in a lot of ways. I feel like, hopefully we encourage people and we get you through the day, or we just breathe a little bright spot. Like that's what we're trying to do. And I think he uses that. And the work that we put in, I think he blesses that, because what we're doing is for, to glorify him. Like we're trying to, at the end of it and at the root of it, it's to glorify God. And so
Yeah, it's good.
I like to think that that's how Jesus works through it, because I'm sure it's hard for him to figure out how to work through it. But just kidding, obviously.
Yeah, it's hard for God. Yeah.
It's hard for God, man. It's brutal out there. No, I'm kidding. But, I think that's probably my take on it.
No, that's good. I think my angle would just be it's both a positive and a negative, because you'll know what the negative is. But like the idea of, 1 Timothy is like, don't let anyone despise you for your youth. So there's this, I think with social media, it gives like a platform for younger people to express their faith and to impact people through their faith, while also the downfall of having stupid people.
Well, having people young in their faith.
Yeah, young in their faith, try to tell people what to do. I've seen some messed up content, really bad, like Christian advice, or just like someone, just saying
like
some really weird stuff.
Interpretations of scripture. They're like, this is actually what this means. And this means this. And I'm like, That does not mean that, brother.
You did not go to school for that as well.
Whoa. Okay, John Piper, calm down. It's like, dude, you are.
Cover my boy.
No, I was saying you are 14. Like you are not. You are not John Piper.
But like, I think of like people like Daily Disciple who I love. It's like, man, that guy's kind of young, but like he's saying some really good stuff.
He's got good takes.
Yeah, it's just like I appreciate that. That we as young people, there's a way for us to have a platform that I think God can use while also acknowledging that maybe some young people need to calm down and understand that maybe not everything you say is like prophetic. Not everything you say is straight. I've seen that. It's like, I got a word from the Lord today.
Dude, homie, my word from the Lord, straight bars always.
And it's just, I get nervous. Because like, hey, if it's not straight scripture, man, just be careful.
I'm not buying into it, but you do you.
Anyway,
let's hop into that end segment, baby. That we don't have
we
a
don't
title
have-
for.
we don't have an
I
end
always
segment.
say it though.
This is where the music starts coming in. Like
It does.
we're excited about tonight's show with our parents coming.
I genuinely am excited for tonight.
Where are we going to in Georgia? Augusta or something? Forget.
I think we're going to Augusta.
Check Steven Curtis Chapman's page to see all the tour dates. Make sure you come out and see us. We'd love to see you.
Yeah, we'll be in Georgia.
It'll
be great. Paulie,
Paul.
say hi. Hey,
Hey.
Paul, we were talking about next week having you on the podcast. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Oh, let's go, baby.
That'll be good. Well, Paul will be our guest next week, hopefully, if all goes well.
This
And-
is good. It's overheating, so we need to wrap it up.
Okay, we got to wrap this up.
All right, guys. Well, my name's Coby James.
My name's just. We haven't done this.
I was gonna see what he would say.
My name's just Brian.
We talk music.
And we talked live.
Peace.
All right. See ya.
My name is Coby James.